Hello, my name is Kelly Anderson. I'm a life coach specializing in helping people make adjustments with their mindset so they can even be more successful in life. Today, we're going to be focusing on 11 techniques to help you unlearn those thoughts that have been keeping you from moving forward, specifically the victim mentality. Now, what is the victim mentality? It's a consistent pattern of you having negative thoughts that seem to follow you around everywhere you go. Perhaps you blame yourself when things go differently than you'd hope, or you blame others for the challenging situations in your life. Or perhaps you don't follow through with the things that you know you need to do because life is just simply too hard sometimes. Perhaps you have a running narrative in your head that you're not good enough, or why should you bother trying because it won't matter anyway. And some of these feelings you may have carried over from things that have happened to you when you were in childhood. But the bottom line is you're an adult now. You no longer have to have those things be a part of your life unless you choose for them to be. So the first step is for you to accept some responsibility. Own your past, because it did happen. No one's going to deny that. But it is your responsibility today to choose how you respond to situations so you can make your own life. No one can make you feel a certain way or carry out a particular behavior unless you consciously choose to go along with them. Now, I'm sure a lot of things have happened to you along the way, and they've probably been structured in such a way that they've made you out into the person that you are today. But I challenge you to look at things just a little differently and try some of the techniques that I'm going to suggest, because I know they work, because I've had to do them my very own self to change my mindset throughout the course of my life with different circumstances would arise. So one of the things I'd like for you to do is to practice some acceptance and avoid blaming others. You may very well have been wrong, absolutely, but that was the past and you are in charge of what happens now. You're an adult who's fully capable of choosing the situations that you're a part of today. So take back your power. You have the opportunity to make choices to live differently and respond to people differently. Try and reflect on the positive things that you've accomplished, because I'm sure that there's been positive things that you've done along the way you've lived for quite some time. Make a list of those accomplishments as they happen. That way they're always at the forefront of your mind, and it's easier for you to look back on them knowing that you've made some pretty good choices, especially when you're having a woe is me kind of day. Regardless of the task that you set out to do, make a true effort to finish that task. It's important to celebrate it once you finish that task, because you gotta celebrate the wins and take a moment to recognize them, because you'll need them when you're not having a good day. Make a conscious choice to love yourself and take care of your needs, because you can't pour into anyone else with an empty cup. How about choosing a song that speaks to you and carries an uplifting message that you love to hear, and play that song often, especially when you're having a difficult day or you're in a negative space. Remind yourself about what's within your control and things that are outside of your control, because you can't control other people, but you can control how you feel and how you react to other people. And keep in mind that 100% of the time you have options. So keep those options available as you go through situations. Try and keep a journal. Write down all the things that are going well and the good choices that you've made and the things that haven't gone well, so you know what path you're on, what's worked, what hasn't worked. Also, reach out to the people in your life that you love, that love and care about you, and ask them how you've been doing. Get their feedback about how you've been responding. Are you falling back into old ways? Because they'll give you good insight. And lastly, consider seeking some help depending on your situation. If you've got a lot of personal work to do, you do have options. You can either attend support groups, you can attend a therapy group, you can find a counselor to assist you one-on-one, or you can have a mind coach just like me. Whatever the case might be, if you're someone who's struggling with a negative mindset and you have self-sabotaging thoughts, I put a link to my ebook down in the description so you can check that out, and it gives you step-by-step assistance with ways to overcome some of that negative mindset. I just need you to commit to applying some kind of technique in your daily life to unleash the survivor in you. So give that a start today, and I, as always, will see you next Thursday.